The Landscape Hazards Mapping Project in the Yukon was a partnership between the Northern Climate Exchange, the Yukon Geological Survey, University of Alberta, and as well as University of Ottawa. And the focus of that project really was to be able to identify areas in the community that may present hazards to infrastructure under current conditions as well as under future climatic conditions in the Yukon. And so really it's to provide communities with a tool of being able to make better decisions for planning when it comes to building infrastructure in their communities. That project largely was a success because of the partnerships. Here in the Yukon, one of the best things that we can do is be able to work together and bring all the information that all the different players have into one place and to be able to answer these important questions for communities. And it was really the partnerships that made this project a success in the Yukon.
The purpose of the Mayo and Pelly Landscape Hazard Mapping Project was to identify community-scale landscape hazards such as permafrost or flooding or mass movements, and then relate these to existing climate and potential changes in climate, and to hypothesize how these hazards might change in the future under different climate scenarios. Both of the communities we looked at are located in the permafrost zone in the Yukon and are on the banks of large rivers. So the main hazards that we identified in both communities were related to flooding and to permafrost. However, the community of Mayo is in a much more hazardous location with regard to both of these environmental factors than the community of Pelly Crossing. And so in Mayo, we identified a number of areas that were prone to flooding and to permafrost degradation and related land subsidence involved with permafrost. The Yukon Geological Survey contributed to this project by providing base-level superficial geological maps that described surface materials in and around the communities that were chosen for the project. The Geological Survey also assisted with reporting and describing geological materials and with describing the permafrost distribution within the communities. Collaboratively with our other partners who were hydrologists, permafrost researchers, climate researchers, we also contributed to a hazards ranking map that showed really easily and clearly to community members how different areas in their community had higher and lower hazard potential, and by using just a stoplight coloring scheme for our map. So red was high hazard, yellow was medium hazard, and green was low hazard. Our stoplight map will be useful for land planners and development agencies within communities to plan where to build future developments and to help protect community members from potentially hazardous landscape processes that are occurring within the communities.